Okay, everybody, hello and welcome to week 22 of the C1 course. We are going to be looking at technology and especially talking about communication today. So we're going to review communication and discuss the influence of technology on communication. Let's begin. Remember, we have class every Friday at 11 o'clock and also at 7 o'clock. So let's review together and discuss. We are going to review phrasal verbs today. Santi is here. I knew he would come. So we are going to review phrasal verbs today. Phrasal verbs are very important, but we must learn them in context. It is not a good idea to memorize all of the phrasal verbs with take because they are not related. Take on and take up have nothing to do with each other. They are not similar. So don't memorize all of the verbs with the same verb or all of the phrasal verbs with the same preposition. You do it based on synonyms and context. You learn it just like any other vocabulary. So, I find it hard to tolerate boring series on TV. I find it hard, a mí me cuesta, to tolerate, very similar in Spanish. However, tolerate is a formal way to say this. Tolerar algo, soportar algo, aguantar algo. We normally use the phrasal verb. I find it hard to put up with boring sports on TV. You must learn phrasal verbs with the synonym and substitute in context. Sometimes the phrasal verbs are polysemantic. If they have more than one meaning, learn them in different contexts. For example, work out is to do exercise, or work out is to solve something, to find a solution to something. What you need to do is learn them in different contexts and substitute them. You can also create more phrases in a similar context. So instead of, I find it hard to put up with boring sports on TV or boring series on TV, we could use other phrases like, I struggle to put up with boring series on TV. I have trouble putting up with boring series on TV. I have problems putting up with boring series on TV. The next one would be to discover, find out. It's like descubrir información o averiguar información. They are synonyms, but the phrasal verb is more used. The phrasal verb is more colloquial. So, I struggle to find time to discover new words every day. The meaning, I struggle to find time to find out new words every day. You could also look at other phrasal verbs. For example, look up information, which is similar. Remember, and don't forget, we have a phrasal verbs ebook and list on the course. If you cannot find it in the vocabulary section, tell me and I will give it to you. Okay? You can use it. There are exercises and we can review. So what should we be doing? We need to learn phrasal verbs in context. Santi, you have seen this exercise, but we are going to review because it is the weekly review.
Okay.
What we're going to do is work together as a three, and you need to say which preposition is missing. Add a preposition. At, on, in, up, off, of, for example. If you don't know, don't worry, skip it, and we will review. Siempre hay que recordar lo mismo. Si hay cosas que no sabéis, esto es algo positivo, porque quiere decir que son cosas nuevas. Cuando vemos nuestras lagunas, identificamos nuestras lagunas, quiere decir que nos da la oportunidad para crecer, para mejorar. Así que debes alegrarte. Si no aciertas, dices, ¡qué bien! porque ya tengo una cosa nueva que tengo que hacer para mejorar, ¿vale? So, can you please work together, Carmen, Yolanda, and Santi, and fill in the gap with the missing preposition? All right? I will
Okay.
give you 3 or 4 minutes. Work together, please.
Okay. Is your city currently being built up? What do you think?
Yes, I
Yes.
think so.
Okay.
Build up if is build a lot of edification, lot of building.
And for the second, do you ever carry on experiments?
I think so. Yeah, carry on.
The problem is that I have the solution, so
Okay.
I
But you can correct us if we are wrong.
no is carry out.
Carry
Carry
on.
out.
Carry out, yes. To it's similar, but this isn't the same.
Oh, okay.
It's to do something. Carry out.
Oh, it's new
Okay.
for me. I normally use carry on. Okay.
Yes, me too. When I did that, I is carry on is like continue.
Yes.
Carry out is do something. It's very similar.
Okay, good to know it. Thank you.
And the third one, do you find it easy to catch up with friends with social media? Is to update with something.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes?
Okay.
Okay.
That's new for me too. Like update, right? Okay. Do your online projects usually or come out or come up? I don't know.
Come out uh, is to exit.
It's what?
Come out is exit,
Yeah, to leave.
to leave. Yeah.
Ah, so
So it doesn't make sense.
okay, so come up. Actually, this one I don't really know, but
Is come off,
Come off.
which
And
is
what is what?
being successful.
Huh?
come up or come off?
Of
Off.
yes.
Okay.
The third one maybe is on. How is your website coming on?
I thought about it.
Well, it can be, but here I have another. But I think that common it can be. I don't know if it's correct or not.
Well, because common is like, well, yeah, it's like let's go, right?
Yes,
Maybe.
but yeah, see, here I
But
have come alone, which is to develop.
Ah, okay.
okay.
Phrasal verbs with come are not my thing right now.
No,
Can you come
Ah,
with ideas for social media?
yes, it's come up.
yeah.
I know that that phrasal verb. Can you come up with ideas for social media content easily?
Okay.
Am I right, Santi?
Yes, you are right.
Ah.
It's correct.
So come up, it's like appear Or
Come up with is to think of. Cuando se te ocurre algo.
okay.
To have an idea, basically. And
Okay.
it's 3 words. Come up with. Come up is one thing. Come up with is
Come up
another.
with. Okay.
End up, I think the 7. Will we all end up working from home remotely?
I think so. End up.
Yes, end up is to finish do something that you didn't want to do. I think.
So it's not up here. Oh yeah, like end things up. It's like finish.
Yes, yes.
But finish like not a good thing, I think. Will be all end off, end out.
No, it's end up. I said it's correct. End up.
It's end up. Okay.
Yes, it's do something that you didn't want to do,
Okay.
but you have to do it anyway.
And 9 is like the example before. Would you no? Is it easy to find out information because of the internet?
Yes. Find out
Yes,
this,
find out.
discover something.
Would you
I
like
think-
to get?
Okay, continue.
Would you like to get? No, get along here now. To get on? To date with the online course?
It sounds
No.
better for me. Get up to date. Up to date.
Get on is something like going to a car or something like that, I think. And get up is to is correct. Is the correct answer. Is to I don't know how to say. To actual como actualizarse.
It's up to date. Yes.
Yes,
Update.
como ponerse al día.
Exactly.
No sé
Okay.
decirlo en inglés.
Update.
Yes.
Well, this is easy, I think. Are you looking for to learning English online?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
How are we doing? 11?
Yes.
Yes.
And this one is also easy.
It is easy for you because you work in this field.
Is
How often do you need to plug in?
in.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Mm, 12, maybe is the internet turning out the most important tool for our jobs and social life? Turn out?
But turn out it's to switch off. Is it can be the
okay.
answer.
Turn it up?
Turning up. I don't know what is turning up.
Me neither, but I'm trying to say something.
No, but it isn't the correct answer.
What did you say, Santi?
Okay, turn up. I don't know which is the meaning, but it isn't the correct answer.
So turning. Yolanda saying turn out, right?
Yes, but it's not
It's
correct.
not turn out neither.
Is similar to turn out, but in the contrary.
Turn in
Turn into.
into. Okay.
Which is
That makes
convertirse.
sense. Yeah. Okay. Do you always turn on your computer at night? Well, turn on or off?
Turn
I'm
off.
Off.
Yeah,
I
turn
think
off.
it. Okay.
We say it after the before.
Mhm.
Mm,
okay. Who says 14?
Would you like to work on a website or blog? Work on,
I
maybe.
think it's work on
this one I don't have the answer, so but it can be work on, I think.
or working. I'm not sure, but
I think that is I don't have the answer of this one, but I think that is work on. I don't know why, but
okay.
it's-
Do you
And
use the internet to work? To the things that you're unsure about.
Okay, don't worry. We'll go over together and we'll discuss. So the first one, you were right. Yeah. Built up. So is your city currently being built up? Meaning, are they building, constructing a lot of buildings at the moment?
it's
Next one.
sorry, the meaning is developing.
Yes,
more
to
or
develop.
less.
To
Ah,
develop.
okay.
Yeah. Next, do you ever carry out experiments? Carry out is llevar a cabo. Carry out. 3, do you find it easy to catch up with friends with social media? Catch up with is to keep in touch with, like keep up to date with. 4, do your online projects usually come off? To come off is to be successful. Are they normally successful? 5, how is your website coming on or coming along? Okay, oops, sorry, I think you have the answers here. Yeah, I hadn't put them. Next, can you come up with ideas for social media content easily? Come up with. Think of to have ideas. Yeah. Will we all end up working from home remotely? End up is like acabar haciendo algo, to do something without a prior intention. 8, is it easy to find out information because of the internet? To find out is to discover information. 9, would you like to get up to date with the online course? Get up to date is to be al día, like in Spanish, just to be on track. 9, would you like to get, oh, 9, would you like to get up to date? So I already said it. 10, are you looking forward to learning English online? Look forward to, be excited about. 10, how often do you need to plug in your laptop? Plug in is enchufar algo. The opposite is unplug. You cannot say plug out. Plug in, enchufar. Unplug, desenchufar. 12, is the internet turning into the most important tool for our jobs and social life? Turn into is to become. Next one. Oh, I think that we've gone a little bit out of thing with the answers. Next one. 13. Do you always turn off your computer at night? Meaning to switch it off, apagar el ordenador. 14. Would you like to work on a website or blog? To work on is to develop, to dedicate time to a website or a blog? And 15, do you use the internet to work out how to do things that you are unsure about? Work out is to find a solution. If you had problems with this one, work out, resolver, to work out. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask and answer the questions. I'm going to select some of them. We don't need to use all of them. So, Yolanda, do you find it easy to catch up with friends with social media or on social media? You could also say.
Yes, I think it's easy because you can do it when you want, when you have time, and not a timetable fixed in your daily routine. You can do it when you want, and it is easy because our friends can answer our questions maybe when they have time, and I think it's easy and comfortable for people.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's very comfortable, very convenient, very useful in order to keep in touch with other people, without a doubt. Yeah. Next, thank you. Santi, will we all end up working from home remotely?
I wish that to end up working from home remotely every day, but I think that we're going to. It's impossible to do for all the jobs. Maybe for me in a far future can be possible, and for the people who like me who work in computer science, but nowadays it's a impossible dream.
Yeah, I think so. And there are also some types of jobs that we will never be able to do, online. You can't be a builder or a construction worker online. There are manual jobs, obviously. So, yeah. Carmen, are you looking forward to learning English online?
That's for me the question, Mark.
Yes, Carmen, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Are you looking forward to learning English online?
Well, actually, yes, because it's comfortable for me. I can find the class I really want, as it's happening right now, right? So I think it's better because I can do it from home, and if I'm doing more stuff, or for example, today I feel so tired because I was doing lots of things. So being here in my bedroom and just turn on the computer, it's so comfortable for me, and also because we are speaking, so it keeps me awake. As a even if I'm tired, I can speak. I can follow the class. So of course, I'm looking forward to learn English online.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and it is useful because it's very convenient and very comfortable to do it from home. Okay, Yolanda, would you like to work on a website or a blog?
It's a tricky question, but I would say that I'm not interested in that type of work at the moment. But if appears some website that hooks in some kind me, maybe in the future I can how do you say, apport my knowledge to that.
To give to give or to provide.
To give my knowledge to a website, but nowadays I don't like that type of work.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think there are lots of advantages to using to having a website, but it's not particularly necessary. You don't have to have it, of course. But I do like having a website because I enjoy writing, if I'm totally honest. Okay, Santi, do you use the internet to work out how to do things that you are unsure about?
Yes, of course. I have to do it every day. In my work, I usually investigate how things work out because there are in computer science so many things that vary with the time and has a lot of variations, and I usually have to investigate how that works nowadays, not 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I actually do it with everything. When I'm at home, for example, if something breaks, for example, my washing machine or the toilet, for example, I always look how to repair it. If it looks quite simple, I do it myself. So I learn like lots of things, like through YouTube or just simply searching online. And it is really useful. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Fabio. Hello. How are you doing? You okay?
Hello. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, everything
Yeah.
okay. I could not able to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
was
fine.
not able to attend
Yeah.
on time.
On time. It's not a problem. Now, I would like to ask you a question. So,
Mhm.
number 8, Fabio, is it easy to find out information because of the internet?
Yes, absolutely, definitely yes. It is very easy because on internet you can find everything you need, even the information that you don't need, or what is worse, wrong information. So
Okay.
you can find a wrong information and a true information with quality. It depends on how you use this powerful tool. You are able to find the correct answers to the question that you have.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because it is just as important, it is equally important to find correct information and incorrect information because you can avoid mistakes if you do that. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Final question, Carmen.
Okay.
Number. I'm thinking which question would be good for you. Okay, number 12. Is the internet turning into the most important tool for our jobs and social life?
Absolutely. Because now most of jobs needs the internet to continue well, to carry on their stuff, right? So it's important to the internet is becoming an unavoidable thing. And also for social life it's easier because if you want to meet new people and you don't know how to do so, you can use the internet, you can find some apps. And also if you move to another city and you don't know how to meet new people, you can use the internet, which is so easy. And also some people that are becoming entrepreneurs and they want their own business, most of them need the internet to promote themselves. So if
Nowadays, you're
people,
right. If you don't have a website, you don't exist nowadays.
yes.
Yeah. And it's always one of the first things people ask you. When I get people calling me and asking me about English classes, they always ask me, your website, can I see your website? Because if I don't have a website, it is as if my product is not valid. Yeah, completely. And I agree. The first thing I do when I go to a place, a restaurant or any place, is look at the reviews on Google. I always do this. So yeah, it is really important. Fantastic. Good. Let's move on. What are we going to do? We're going to take a look at a short reading exercise, which is Use of English Part 2. We're going to look at a gaps fill exercise. This is an open-close exercise. What you need to do is read the text and fill in the gap with one word. What you need to do is think which word is missing based on the cheat sheet that you let down, que tenemos al lado, because they are normally grammatical words. However, they are not 100% guaranteed to be on this list. It is possible that they are not on this list. The list for the B2 first and the C1 is actually the same. So it is a very similar activity. They simply make it more difficult to identify in the C1. So you need to read through and you need to think which word could be missing. So were there a breakthrough in physics that would change the world? You need to think which type of word could be missing. Like this would probably be an adverb, because were there is an inversion, and we're probably going to have it in an adverb here. You need to read through and think which word would you put. People who are watching the recording, si estáis viendo la grabación, lo que podéis hacer es ponerlo en pausa y podéis hacerlo y lo vamos a revelar respuestas. Okay? So, can you please, for a couple of minutes, work together as a four to do this? All right? So, can you please work together?
Who want to start? Okay.
I don't want to start because I don't know the answer of the
answer.
first.
It's okay. Where there
Ever, maybe?
what do you say?
Ever. Were there ever a breakthrough in physics?
Well, that makes sense, I think. Could be ever. I think so. And here, I don't, maybe a connector. However, well, I don't think it's however, but
What about just? Were there just a breakthrough in physics that would change the world?
I'm not sure. Well, they're not asking really, so maybe it could be just two.
Or maybe a quantifier? I don't know. Because it's...
I don't think it's a quantifier because you have A here, A breakthrough. So I'm not sure. Well, it could be one of them, but for example,
Maybe once. Once. Were there once a breakthrough in physics that would change the world?
But I was talking
Yeah.
about the second one, not the
Mm,
And the second one, what did you say? Something?
quantifier, but I don't know. I was thinking about the second one, not the first one.
okay. Mm. But I don't know. I don't think that number 2 is a quantifier because you have the here and much the suggestions that doesn't make sense. Many the neither. So maybe or plenty of it could be, but I don't think that makes
Mm,
sense.
whom the suggestions would be this famed discovery without a doubt. No?
What do
Can
you
you
say?
repeat?
It's not easy. Yeah, it's really not easy, but it's just reviewing through. Remember, we learn from our mistakes. So if we don't know, really don't worry. Would you like to review together and discuss? Yeah? Okay, we're going to review and we're going to discuss together. Okay, don't worry, because of time, I don't want to spend all lesson on this. Let's go. The theory of relativity. Let's review. Were there ever a breakthrough in physics that would change the world? Among the suggestions would be this famed discovery without a doubt. This theory changed the way physicists proposed the concepts of time and space. Basically, this theory, determined in 1905 by Albert Einstein, was 10 years in the making and in reality was not officially published until 1905. It was used like 10 years before. It was a pioneering way of thinking that set out the pathway for further discoveries that would otherwise have been unreachable. Einstein's theory of special relativity suggested, as a result of this theory, that space and time were far more interwoven than previously conceived. As a direct consequence of this theory, Einstein stated that on account of the findings of this theory, an occurrence in one time for one observer might actually take place in a different time for another. So, next time you happen to look up at the stars, consider it a form of time travel. Looking back into the past and contemplating the infinity of the universe. Okay? It's not easy. Remember, as I've said, the words are the same as basically in the B2, that they are more difficult to identify. Okay? So we had an adverb, preposition, an auxiliary verb, a preposition, a connector, a determiner, and a preposition. Of course, the types of words are here, but you need to identify them. This comes through practice. Use the resources in the exam section to practice. Okay? Any questions? No. Okay. So what we're going to do is move on and take a look at a situation we're going to discuss together. So what we are going to do is discuss a topic related to technology. We're going to talk about communication and information. I would like you to communicate, to ask and answer questions, to interact together using short questions. Avoid using only "and you, what do you think?" One thing that's very important is you cannot say, "What do you think about?" You can say, "What do you think?" or "What do you think about it?" what do you think about this? But what do you think about alone doesn't make sense. What do you think about is ¿en qué piensas? In general, not what do you think about this topic? What do you think about it? You must use it if you want it to make sense. But we can also use what about you? What do you reckon? How do you see it? Anything to add? Do you get my gist? Yeah. What's your take on this? What's your view? There are many short questions you can use. Avoid repeating the same questions all the time, okay? So, I would like us, please, to begin. You're going to speak together as a form. Are you used to surfing the net when you need to look up information? Now, be used to is like saying, do you normally? Do you usually? Do you tend to do something? Look up information is to look for information on the internet. So, can you discuss the news, translations, gossip, education and training, and then opinions? Estoy pensando en como las reseñas de productos. So, can you please discuss together? All right, let's go.
Okay. I think that well, I tend to use the internet to look up information because it's the easiest way to find what you really need in that moment, and you count on a huge resource of information. Not everything is reliable, but if you are, well, you, so most of the time you can distinguish the information, so you can choose which suits best for you and which is reliable or not. So what about you, Fabio? Do you agree with me?
Yes, yes, I do. I would also say that you can choose not only the reliable information or unreliable information. You can choose what information is most appropriate for you. I mean, what is the perfect information for you? Because I mean, you can choose or you can choose the information that you are going to consume. For you, for example, is you are not really interested in a topic or a specific field or news or some news that you are not really interested. You can choose, and even you can give you can give the information that the computer needs to show the information that you want to consume. I am talking about the keywords, the cookies, and these kind of things, because I felt that I was not explaining correctly.
Oh, exactly.
Questions. Always pass it with a question. So, what do you think? How do you see it? Anything to add?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was not, I did not explain correctly, but at least, did you get my gist?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think I've understood what you said. You are capable to choose which suits better, which is more suitable for you on the internet,
Exactly, more suitable. Exactly.
and also a source that it's easy for you to understand the concept you are looking for. So I think it's so important to know that. What do you reckon, Santi, about this?
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, the thing that I look up for information on the internet is opinions. When I want to buy something or I want to see if a product is worth or a shop can sold to me the thing I want, I usually find out opinions on the internet, and I usually search for the bad opinions because
You always look at the bad ones before the
Yes.
positive ones. Okay.
Yes, because-
It's a good
but-
idea because companies, they always put the good ones at the top. Like if they get a bad opinion, they normally ask friends to write positive opinions to appear at the beginning. But I do the same thing. I always look for the worst ones.
Yes, but nowadays I see that there are a lot of shops and places that I find in Google Maps that have opinions which are false. They both good opinions.
Oh yeah, you could do that, but you
Yes.
can also get bad opinions deleted. Google will allow you to delete them if you pay money. Of course.
Yes, but
Like any-
what I see is shops that have good opinions, saying that they sell me this or give me this service or something like that, and the opinion was 2 days ago, and I went to the place and I find out that the shop didn't exist.
Oh, it didn't even exist.
Yes, and it had good opinions.
Yes, okay,
In
yes,
Google
yes
Maps.
and no, but remember that normally a shop doesn't begin from zero. Maybe the shop had a different name. Maybe it was a
No,
previous
it
customer,
wasn't.
and that is also possible. That's also
And I see in the bad reviews a lot of people saying that that place that didn't exist. And but the good reviews were like 1 day ago, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, saying that the service was the most amazing of the world. And in my opinion, they both
Unexisted.
good reviews.
Yeah, well, I imagine
And
they do
they
because
closed
they need some, yeah.
their shop and the
Okay,
the-
now, well, yeah, it's because most
Yes.
companies work with momentum. What is momentum?
I don't know.
Momentum is la inercia de algo. Like to start from zero is very difficult. So obviously they need some momentum. Like very few people will be the first person to put an opinion. But if there are already some opinions, more people will put them. So that's probably why they do it. I imagine they ask previous customers. I'm not sure if they pay people or maybe if they just ask friends.
I don't know.
But yeah, but I do know
don't
that you can.
now. I don't trust the good opinions because
No, you need to look in general. In general, yeah. There will be true good ones, and there will also probably be false good ones, and there will be true bad opinions. Like, and sometimes I remember I worked in a different company in the past, in a different academy, a language school, and we received a bad opinion one time from somebody who was not even our student. It was someone who wasn't even living in our city. They had never studied with us. And I think there must have been another academy with the same name. Because we contacted them, we said, but you have never studied with us. And you are saying in Valladolid. We're like, we are not in Valladolid. and he refused to remove the opinion. Well, he didn't answer us directly, but this person had never studied with us. So it obviously was unfair, but life can happen. It can happen.
And why has he done that?
No, because I believe there was another academy with a similar name. And he simply just made a mistake. But of course, they had a negative impact on the company. Of course it did. Yeah. So it is a shame. Yeah. No, I think it's just a mistake. I think it was mistaken identity. And this is also possible. Yeah. Okay, so sorry about that. Can you please give a conclusion? I would like to know which is the most useful thing to look up on the internet.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, education and training is the most useful thing that you can find on the internet, because maybe 40 years ago, if you didn't know how to do something, you have to pay someone who knows to do it for you, or maybe you have to find the information, I don't know, to someone to teach you. But nowadays you can see tutorials on the internet which explain to you with a lot of detail.
Yes.
What
Yes,
do
yes.
you reckon, Yolanda?
Yes, I totally agree with you. When you find something that you don't remember about, you look up the information on the internet and you update in that moment. You remember things that you have studied. If not have studied in the past, you are learning new things every day. As Marc said before, how to fix a washing machine, for example, or how to change a lamp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everybody
It's,
needs to learn some way.
yes, it's very useful for me.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, now I think we are becoming more self-taught,
Okay.
so it's easy to learn something on the internet. And also, if we don't know how to, we can find a mentor on the internet who teaches us.
Mhm.
So in the end, it's the same. You look most of the things on the internet, and that helps you to develop everything you want to do.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Okay, Fabio, do you have an opinion on this?
No, no, no. I absolutely agree. The most significant thing of looking something up on internet is the education and training, because now the knowledge is accessible to everyone with these minimum conditions.
Yeah, I would say so too. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. Let's see, what have we learned? We have looked at how phrasal verbs can be useful. Make sure you download the phrasal verb book. If you cannot find it, ask me and I will send it to you. And you need to review and make sure you are learning them as part of your vocabulary. I would like you to make sure you focus on how to maintain an effective conversation. You need to practice question formation. You need to know how to ask questions flexibly. And we also need to look at phrases related to routines and habits. You need to be flexible and use I usually do something. I normally do something. I am used to doing something. I tend to do something. You need to be flexible and not always repeat the same thing. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram or YouTube using the QR code, and there is extra material on there. Something I need to announce to all of you, we are finishing an application. Now, the application is for the speaking exam. What it will be is weekly updates with example speaking questions, which will help you. And what we will do is also have a community to have language exchanges. Now, for our current students, this will be free. You will be able to access it and you're going to be able to test it. Okay. And I will tell you when it is available. Okay. I will give you the access so you can use it. Okay. So
Okay.
that's it. We're finished. So thank you very much. If you have any doubts, send me an email and also send me a WhatsApp with anything you need. All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay.
See you
Thank
next
you.
time. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
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 Bye bye. Have a good weekend.